if you show up to your podcast at any level, whatever that level is, it's normally going to be it's normally going to be perceived as a level or two below where you're actually coming from. So if I'm coming to you right now at a level 6 or 7, if this is a 6 or a 7, just slightly above average, you're probably perceiving it right around a level 5 or a 6. You're probably perceiving it as this is a fairly normal way of talking. This is a fairly comfortable way of talking. He's not above and beyond. He's not going crazy. He's not yelling. It's just not too much. And if I came at you with a level 5, you would probably be a little bored. You would probably be like, what is happening? Is Adam sick today? Like, is Adam just not excited about this content? Does this content suck? Because Adam's not showing me that it's exciting or important. He's showing me that he just wants to get through it. So you're going to perceive it as a level 4 or a 3 if I'm right in the middle at 5. So as we are talking to these 3 clients, this one client with 3 hosts, and 2 of them are at, we'll just call them both a 6.5 for now. 2 of them are right at that 6.5, right at that place where they're really comfortable. They have a good energy. You can sense some optimism. They're excited about the content and they know that they are helping me. Wonderful. But it gets bad when one of your co-hosts has a totally different energy level. When somebody's at a 4 and another person's at a 7, we're going to perceive them both as there's something weird. Because one of them, we're like, do you have a headache? Do you hate this content? Do you hate this podcast? And then the other person's just at a 6 or 7. And we're like, we just heard the other person, sounding like Eeyore, if you will. One of them is sounding like Eeyore from, what is that show that Eeyore is in? I'm going to look it up real quick. But one of them sounds like Eeyore. One of them sounds like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. And the other one sounds like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, if you will, or Roo. With you've got Tigger, you've got Roo, and then you've got Eeyore. And then when people see and listen to and hear Eeyore talking, it's like, man, how is your life that bad? What is so wrong here? You always have to you always have to poop on everything. You always have to make us feel bad. You always have to make us feel like we're too whatever. So when you're listening to, I guess, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and Piglet, and Roo, and they have an energy level that comes across to you as good or at least a little positive, and then Eeyore comes in, rah, 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 rah. Then you just think something's off, or you got maybe a host or 2 that are like Eeyore. And it's like they don't care about anything. Nothing matters. There's no excitement. This is all boring stuff. It's something that they don't want to talk about. And then you have somebody who comes in and they're talking like me right now. I would normally be perceived in the middle, like a 5 or a 6. But if you hear me next to Eeyore, then you're like, Adam, hold back. Why are you being so excitable right now? Why are you going over the top? Why are you yelling at me? Because you're hearing it next to Eeyore. So just remember and try to focus on this. If you have co-host and or a guest on your show, it will be helpful to work on some matching and mirroring. One helpful tip is I've had a couple of guests. This has happened maybe 3 times. Out of, 800 episodes that I've hosted, this has happened maybe like 3 times when I actually feel like my guest is Eeyore. When I feel like the person that I'm interviewing, they don't want to be here. And so guess what I do? I pause, I stop, and I say, I will pause my recording and I'll start talking to Eeyore, and I will say, hey man, is everything okay? Or, hey, my friend, is everything okay? Like, the energy level that you're coming across is a level 4, and my listener is going to think that you hate this topic, that you are not excited about your business. You're not excited about the content we're sharing. That's how they're going to take it. Can we take a moment to think about if we want to do this podcast episode?